welcome to the shift login screen for Distrikt. You should have received an email and gotten a login. I won't go over how to set up your account. It's pretty straightforward. If you know how to use a computer, you can probably do it. What we'll do here is give you an orientation on how to use the Sling software that's going to help you show how to sign up for shift work on the Playa. Okay, first thing I want you to do is first time after you log in is go over here to settings and notifications and make sure that all of these are selected to never. They default to on, and that's going to blow up your inbox every time anybody makes a change or a shift becomes available. Select all of these to never is my recommendation for that. All right, so do that first. All right. First thing you see here is the dashboard. You'll see some notifications here after you have been approved for shifts. And now let's talk about the shifts themselves. Go to the shifts button at the top menu here. And now you can see that you'll have your name across the bottom and any available shifts to look at. So the first thing I want to do is let's go to the day, and we're going to go to the day of the Playa. The smaller amount of data that you ask this to look for, the faster it will work. If you just go straight to the Playa on a week, it's going to take you a while for it to load up. So let's look at Monday on the Playa. Here's Monday, the 28th of August, and you're going to see all of the things that are available for you to select as soon as they load up. Now, here the jobs are located, and you can see it's sort of a timeline format so that the length of the bar represents the amount of time, and you can see more information about it. If you click on it, you'll actually be able to see exactly what's going on for that available shift. Right now, if you scroll down to the bottom, there's your schedule again, and you're only looking at your name right there. If you would like to look at the full schedule, you can look at take the full schedule selection, and now you can see what everybody is doing. This will be populated with everybody that's working there. 165 plus of us there, so that may take a little while to load after it starts getting published. Now, if we were to look at the available shifts, again, now you're going to see just the shifts that are available and not your own schedule. All right. The difference between my schedule and available shifts is that you now have these two selections for locations and positions. I'll talk about how those work now. So we have two locations set up for the district today, or for the week of the Playa. One is the bar, and the other is the Playa in general. For the purposes of getting credit for taking a work shift, those are only going to be those that are under the Distrikt Playa moniker. I'm sorry, unfortunately, working the bar as a bartender or a barback are not going to work to get any credit. We're going to ask everybody to do a certain amount of work while they're on the Playa. Bartending and barback don't apply to that. The rest of it do. So here's what the rest of it is. If we take a look now at all positions, this menu allows you to show what to display in the available shifts network here. All right. If you just want to look at one of them, you can select that one, and it'll turn everything else off. You can add individual shifts to look at. Doing so will reduce the time it takes the computer to get all those things to go. All right, so let's say that I am, it's Monday, the 28th of August. I'm really into mooping and recycling, and I want to apply for a couple of shifts. That's as easy as finding the shift that you like, clicking on that shift, applying for that shift, and boom, now you're done. Now, the program allows multiple people to apply for multiple shifts. However, the manager is going to approve those shifts in the order that they're requested. So you may request something, you may think you have it, but you won't know for sure until the manager has approved it and you log back in a day or two. We can do our very best to keep on top of this to make sure that we're approving shifts right away as soon as people get them, but please do be patient. And also, if you try to select a shift and you're denied and you have to go back and pick another, we apologize, but that's really, that's just kind of the nature of the business. It's going to be first come, first serve, and that means the first person who clicks on a shift is going to get that shift. Now, let's say I really like recycling, like I talked about. So I've applied for a shift also that has a conflict with one I just made. You can see here; those are both applied for by me. There's a conflict. It'll let me select it, but it's going to kick it out when it gets around to the manager approval. So just take care as you're selecting shifts to not double book yourself. All right, after we have selected our shifts, or rather applied for our shifts, wait a little bit for the manager to approve them. Now we can come back to our dashboard and you see the following. We can see that the shift I applied for was accepted. That was the first one that I applied for. They're actually listed from bottom to top, and so the newest or most recent request is always on the top. So the manager approved the first one that you requested, but the manager denied the one that you requested second that was a conflict. All right. So now if we go back to our shifts, we're going to go to select day to make it a little bit slower. Go to the day of the Playa that we were looking at, which is Monday, 28 August. And you will see that your shift is now on your schedule right down here. If you want to look at the full schedule, you can look at everybody's schedule for that day. And if you just want to look at your own schedule, you can look at it for however you like. So if you want to look at what you're doing for the week, you can select full schedule, and I would full schedule, and you can see what you're doing right there on all your stuff. And if you want to look at it for the week, you can do that as well. Now you're going to see yours and everybody's. Now you'll scroll on down there and you can find, there you are. That's what you're doing on Monday. And we look forward to seeing you there. If you got any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll put my email address in the comments. Cheers.